Hey guys, so are we all? So welcome to My Way Tarot. This will be a general reading for all Cancer placements. Everything you need to know about myself, the reading, or the channel can be found in the description box below. We're going to use multiple decks of cards for your reading today. We have tarot cards, oracle cards, and a few personalized messages that I created. Please bear in mind that this is a general reading, so with the messages, only take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. And please use your own sense of discernment with the messages and not force them to fit with a particular situation. So guys, I've done a major shuffle of all the cards, so we can pretty much get straight into the reading. Angels of Love and Light, could we please have clear and concise messages for all Cancer placements? What do they need to know for the current energies for whenever they come across these timeless tarot messages? What do they need to know, please and thank you? What do they need to know, please and thank you? Starting off with the Tea Leaf Fortune cards, and then we'll move into tarot. So what's going on, please and thank you? I feel these two. Okay. So, oh, and this one wanted to show out. So we have basket, recognition and reward for merit. We have candle, you will be shown the way. We have carrot, opportunity or windfall. And also a month, we have June. Wow. So strong significance here if you are a June Cancer. But obviously, you know, you could be a July Cancer as well. I do believe, guys, that in the beginning of June, Jupiter is moving into your sign, Cancer. So it would be really quite significant to take a look to see which house that you have Cancer in, okay? Because I feel like there's a lot changing up for you, but in a very positive way. So bottom of the deck, we have Star, guaranteed success. Aquarius placements could be significant as well, because I'm getting the Star card and the Major Arcana. We have happiness, and then we have March. So maybe you have Aries or Pisces placements. I'm picking up on too. Okay. But I want to dive on a little bit deeper and find out what else is going on for you. I just saw 333 on the timer. You may be seeing of those numbers. Maybe for a while you haven't felt like you've received much recognition or reward for what it is that you've been putting your time, your effort, your energy into, whether that's your career or your business or certain health goals that you may have for yourself, your finances. I feel like you've been feeling a little bit, not necessarily lost, but potentially unsure of the next steps, or you haven't felt like you've had much clarity. I'm hearing like walking blind. I just heard walking blind, like walking this particular path without that much in front of you. You can't really see what's going on or what's up ahead. So you've been trying to gauge this sense of direction in your life or moving yourself forward. I'm hearing blind faith. You've had to have trust and blind faith here. And I'm picking up on this angel. So I'm getting like you have a very strong connection with your spirit guides, with God, source, the universe, whoever you resonate with. Like a guardian angel has been assisting you on this journey, and that you're very protected. Okay. I'm getting the impression that you have a very strong sense of belief in spirituality, the sense of the unseen. Okay. You have a very heightened intuition. That's what I'm getting. You're very tapped in. But as of late, or maybe for a little while now, certain things were not coming through for you in the physical, kind of tangible way in regards to manifestations. So potentially you may have felt like you were questioning of yourself or questioning of your path, or I'm hearing, is any of this even real? Okay. Because I feel like it's been a long time that you've probably gone without or not had very much, or you've dealt with the bare minimum, or you've had to cope and deal with certain situations which have been far from ideal. And you may have felt like seeing other people around you receiving of certain blessings in the sense of abundance, but you may have felt like you we're not getting yours, or wondering when yours are coming. 555 just came up on the timer a few moments ago, and that's an angel number signifying change here. So that's all changing. Something is about to come through for you that's going to like reinstall this sense of faith and trust and belief in the sense of the unseen, because I feel like you're very connected and you do feel it, and you've been anticipating that something big is about to come through for you. You may have not necessarily known exactly what it is, but you do know something quite life changing is very much, I'm hearing here and now. Okay. Wow. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Pentacles. This is beautiful. Some of you have wanted to move. Okay. And there has been a sense of delays in moving, or you've wanted to have the opportunity to redecorate your home, or maybe create some a space in your home so that you can work from home, like create a business or something like this. Some of you have been wanting to move out of a particular town or a neighborhood, and you haven't been able to do of this as of yet because you hadn't had the resources behind you to do of this. I'm hearing delayed, not denied. I feel like you were asking or trying to manifest of certain things here, okay? And I'm hearing we can do one better, at least. So there are certain things that you may have tried to manifest, maybe using candle work, candle magic, or you lit a candle setting of a certain intention to do with a moon cycle, a new moon, and it's taken time to come into fruition. But I'm hearing we're going to do one better at least. It's like, for instance, if you said that you wanted to move out of a family home, right, where you're living with your parents, as an example, right, and it's like, I would love to be able to move and live in, a 1-bedroom flat for myself, or maybe a 2-bedroom flat, and have my own space, my own sense of independence, what have you. And it's like the universe is going to come through and be like, well, actually, we're going to do a lot better than that for you, and we're going to provide you with a 3-4 bedroom house with a garden and this, that, and the third, right? And so you may have been like, oh, maybe did I ask for too much? Is that why I haven't got it yet? Or am I not worthy of this coming through for me? But no, it's actually because the universe wants to do better for you, or knows that you're deserving and worthy of so much more than this, and you've been actually too humble. And so therefore there's this sense of like a surprise coming through, whereby you're getting a lot more than you could have ever previously comprehended about getting or wanting for yourself. I'm hearing dream bigger. Okay, so that's just an example here, guys, but I feel like you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. What else is going on for Cancer, please? What do they need to know? Wow, guys, you saw me shuffle the cards, for goodness sake. Ace of Clubs. What card? Ace of Cups. I don't know why I said Ace of Clubs. Maybe you love playing cards or something, but Ace of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, you see how this hand is coming out of the sky to give you this blessing? This is like tears of joy energy. This is like a dream being realized. This is phenomenal energy. 1010 just come up on my timer. You're closing out a cycle whereby you thought that something was never going to materialize for you, and it turns out to be so much better than you could ever previously imagined for you, Cancer. Look at this. The Chariot, Cancer's energy. There's your major arcana. I mean, this is what's heading straight to you. Maybe you guys have wanted to, I don't know, start a family, okay? Maybe move in with a love interest. Maybe you've wanted to, have a child by yourself or something. I don't know why by yourself came through, but There's balance coming in. You're going to receive so much clarity as to why something didn't materialize before and now it does. 1111. 1111 is the angel number of making of a wish, and we have the star card. So what you thought, I'm hearing, was a long lost dream, maybe, is actually getting ready to come into your physical reality, but it's needed to take the time to get here. And I feel like things have needed to get into alignment as well. Oh, this is so beautiful. Okay, what else is going on for Cancer, please, and thank you. Yeah, you've been feeling over it with the Four of Cups because you never thought that this was coming in. Okay, you see how this person is like not necessarily turning a blind eye or that they're ignorant or anything. It's literally right there in front of your face, but you can't see it. So there's been this internal battle of like, I feel like I believe it's coming through for me, but then it's been such a long time, so maybe it's not coming through, but it is. It's closer than you realize. You see how like there isn't hardly any distance between these, you know, you've been so focused with your 3D, your material world. You've been so focused with your day-to-day life and other things that are happening that you have no idea about how well you're going to be blessed. Okay? King of Swords. Yeah, you've been quite matter of fact about things. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you've just been trying to balance your life here, feeling tired, feeling burnt out, feeling exhausted. I feel all you've really wanted is this sense of like stability and security in your life that you haven't had. And it's coming through for you. Also, Cancer, you know, you guys are rulers of the fourth house. Okay? So there is something really quite positive working out for you. Gosh, I literally just shuffled one more time. And then Cancer and Pisces energy with the High Priestess. You intuitively knew something was coming in. You felt it in your bones, right? You felt it in your water, right? Your gut was telling you, your intuition has been telling you. Look, even though you can't physically see it as of yet, this has been very testing for you. And I'm hearing testing of your patience as well. Okay? But I feel like you have no idea about how good things are going to get. Okay? This is going to provide so much healing for you. What is going on? This is the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, so I just want to go into this a little bit more. Why is the Ace of Cups here, please? There is new love on the horizon, or a rekindling of a connection as well. That's very significant. What else is going on here, please? King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've seen the King of Swords a few times now, so maybe you're dealing with somebody that has those signs in their birth chart, like quite predominantly in their birth chart. Something about a bath. I'm getting something to do with a spiritual bath as well. Okay, yeah, with the star card, Aquarius energy. Look at this. There's some very important news coming through for you. An important conversation. Maybe it's something to do with legal, a legal situation. Sorry if I keep repeating myself. Or it's something to do with property or assets, or to do with family, or what have you. What's going on here? Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you're tapping in more with your heart space rather than kind of letting your head rule so much, especially if you're somebody that's prone to overthinking or getting anxious. The Sun, happiest card in the deck. We have Leo energy. Wow. Everything's going to be illuminated to you. You're going to know exactly what's what very, very soon. There's a huge blessing on the horizon for you. Ooh, the Devil, Capricorn energy, and the Death card. Scorpio energy with the Nine of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you've been battling with your inner demons here. I feel like you've had to try to relinquish control over a situation that you didn't necessarily feel like you had much control in, and try to surrender to the process. And this has been difficult. You may have closed out a karmic cycle here that could have been related to your home or to family. Yeah, I feel like there's something to do with a soul contract that you've actually completed. You've like ticked it off the list. And this was difficult. It's like even going through all the dark times or the difficulties that you have, and even though things on the outsides don't look to be a certain type of way, are you still continuing to have trust and faith that everything is working out? Or are you going to revert back to an old way of being, an old way of thinking, etc.? I feel like you've been very much pushed out of your comfort zone. And because of this, you're going to be getting blessings. Look at that Page of Cups. There's your energy, Cancer. So it's like the universe is coming through, but like, look, we had to kind of do this for you to experience these moments, for the sense of your growth. And you've grown so much. And because you've dealt with it all, I'm hearing like a boss, right? Because I feel like also you haven't had just difficulties in your day-to-day life. You've dealt with a lot of spiritual warfare, psychic attacks even. Yeah, my ear just started ringing, so that's a confirmation for someone. And I'm hearing despite it all, you still managed to go through all of this and come out the other side, and you're about to be blessed beyond measure in the very near future. This is really going to shock and surprise you with the Tower, but things definitely felt out of your control for a while, and there's been stress with the Nine of Swords, many sleepless nights. But with the Empress, Taurus Libra energy, all of this taught you to get into this energy of like embracing your power. I'm hearing like empowerment, like self-love, taking time for self-care, nurturing and loving on yourself, etc. You're moving on to calmer waters, but you don't just see how it's going to happen, but you felt it all this time, that your situation's only temporary, and that you're meant to be very abundant here, and abundance is your birthright, and live a very comfortable life, a softer life. I'm reading energy rather than gender or sex, as you guys know. Three of Swords, though 33 or 333 is significant, and the Strength card. Yeah, you've had to remain so strong throughout all of this process, but it's been character building, okay? You're going to have your victory. There's many things that you have been upset over in private. Many things you struggled through. But I'm hearing that the worst is over. Yeah, as I say that, the star flying out of the deck. And you're about to be blessed. It's like the universe, God, source, whoever you resonate with, has been seeing you change, seeing you transform. I'm hearing Phoenix rising from the ashes. And now they're ready to get you into a position and place where all the inner work that you have done and everything you have achieved and everything you have kind of beaten here, that's what I just heard. It's like it's getting ready to match up. And so your physical reality is going to reflect all the healing and work that you've done internally. And I'm hearing it's literally right under your nose. And you're transitioning into a whole new beginning that you don't see coming. Four of Cups, because it's taken an age to get here with the Knight of Pentacles, but when it eventually shows up, it will be worth it. You'll look back in retrospect and be like, gosh, yes, that did take a long time and I have gone through a lot, but it's here now, okay? And there's finally this sense of balance and peace and harmony coming through for you, and this is going to inspire a lot of confidence, okay, in your own path, in your own journey. And also, like I said previously, reinstore the sense of faith and trust and belief with the unseen, you know, because energy doesn't lie. What else here, please? We have the Hierophant, Taurus coming out. We're currently in Taurus season, and we've just literally stepped into the month of May, which is the 5th month of the year. So there's something pivotal about this energy to do with May onwards, okay? May, June, July, maybe even August. So I'm getting something about this summer. Ace of Wands, absolutely beautiful. And the Seven of Cups. I'm also hearing that when these things start coming through for you, you might get into this energy of believing it's too good to be true. But that's not the case. And so I feel like, or what I'm getting is that if you had received these things earlier, an earlier point in your life, then you may have felt like, oh, it's too good to be true, and then kind of had that self-fulfilling prophecy. Wow, self-fulfilling self I was trying to say self, like, limiting belief or something, but I don't know why something about a prophecy just come through. If that resonates at all, guys. But what I'm trying to get at is that there was something in the past that if this had all come through for you, you may have tried to avoid it or run away from it or sabotage it, or had this belief that somebody chose the wrong, you know, you weren't the right person for whatever this was, or you know, something got mixed up, or there was an error on somebody's part, or you would have made up every excuse under the sun as to why it shouldn't be for you. Whereas now I feel like you're feeling a lot more secure within yourself, and you're in this position and place to actually receive of this, and to know that when you receive of this, you can keep hold of whatever this is, and it's going to stay for the long term, rather than something that you may feel is just going to be lost or slip through your fingers. So I'm getting that. Anything else quickly? Nine of Cups. I knew there was another card to come through. Wish fulfillment. I knew it. I could just feel it. I could just sense it. With the Six of Pentacles, this is to do with receiving. Look at that. There's like this, the energy that you're in now, it's like you're much more comfortable with the idea of receiving, whereas before you weren't. Even if you weren't fully aware as to why. There could have been certain things from your past, okay, that were kind of lingering on in the background. But you're moving on to calmer waters, and you're getting out of this position and place where you've dealt with a lot of material or financial hardship, okay? This is beautiful. Any other messages that I'm picking up? But you're about to reap your harvest. Absolutely. But there's definitely been a lot here to do with certain illusions being destroyed. Okay? Whether that's something to do with externally or within yourself here, to do with beliefs. I just heard suffocating environment. I feel like you've been in a position and place, maybe a physical location, far too long. And it may have been like a place of rest or a sanctuary for you, um, a place of safety at one point, but then something changed. Whether this is something that externally changed or there was something within you that had major revelations about what was actually going on to do with this environment, and then it's like the sense of self-awareness about yourself on your journey, but also about those others around you, and that actually these circumstances hadn't necessarily changed, but you're only realizing um, that they've never changed or that they're not going to change. There could have been this drive within you to remove yourself out of a situation, try to force certain things to happen before it was ready or you were ready, because it's like I'm hearing insufferable. Something was like insufferable, like you couldn't deal with it for much longer. And this was kind of like breaking your own heart here, or you felt like you were being kind of neglected by the universe, like your answers to your prayers weren't being heard. Because it's like, well, why am I still doing here? What am I still doing here? What is going on? Why am I here? Like, I'm not in a position, a place where I feel safe. But I'm getting something to do with, even if you've not felt safe in a particular environment, like you're creating that sense of safety within yourself. Um, I'm hearing home is where the heart is. So this could really resonate if you've been dealing with like karmic family members or something along these lines. Not everything appears to be the way that it seems on the outside to others, right? I'm getting told something about playing happy families, like you're not wanting to play happy families. Um, when actually it hasn't really been that happy, but you've had to kind of put off this front that it is for some reason. Maybe there was a fear of being disowned or shunned out by certain people because you may have felt like others wouldn't believe you in your truth. So you've just kind of like settled or put up with a situation because maybe you didn't have what you felt like you needed to remove yourself from whatever this was. So there's something coming through where there's a resolution to this. And then some very important decisions are to be made moving forward. Okay. I'm going to look into the personalized messages. What else is going on here, please? Maybe you've been putting your love life on hold, on the back burner. Okay. Maybe for a while you thought, oh, that, you weren't ever going to be, getting married or starting a family, or you may have given up on the idea of having a long-term connection or a commitment with somebody because of things that you've gone through in your past. And as you kind of like evolve and heal and grow, the dating pool gets a lot smaller, and you could be someone who's very emotionally intelligent, right? Very socially intelligent. Um, And so therefore it's like when you've met other people, you've just recognized straight off the bat that there isn't that sense of alignment there, or that this wouldn't be worthwhile to continue or pursue. So you may have just been like, oh, do you know what, just sod it, I'm just gonna leave it, right? I'm gonna focus on every other area in my life instead. So there could be like a dramatic change to do with this, and whoever is coming through, whether it's new or something rekindled, if you're wanting of this, then it can work out really beautifully. But obviously everyone's scenario is different. But there was a sense of giving up at one point, or thinking that it's going to happen for everyone else and not you. But I'm hearing that couldn't be further from the truth, right? You may have dealt with some pretty debilitating times when it has come to connections, whether that's friendships or people that you've worked with or family. Um, and there were people that you kind of got on well with or close with at one point, didn't necessarily show up for you, or they didn't, treat you very well, or I'm getting something to do with like backhanded compliments, right? You may have been picking up on certain things, subtle hints, certain cues that were a little bit off, and you're like, feel like there's more to this, but this has been something that's been going on for a while, and I wonder why that is. So maybe you retreated from certain people, or you decided not to be as open as you would have been with these people, took more of a back seat, um, and just kind of observed a little bit more. And actually, this put you in really good stead, because it's like the blindfold may have come off and you've seen the truth of a situation, somebody's or people's true colors and their intentions. And this has been the sense of you protecting of your energy, your space, your peace. Okay, what else? I'm getting something to do with a mother or a father wound. Okay, I'm getting something to do with like generational trauma, ancestral karma. I'm picking up on something to do with taking the time to heal wounded feminine and masculine energy within yourself. I'm also picking up that you have this sense of like pureness about you, but you've been taken advantage of, or people may have considered you to be weak because you showcase your sense of emotions. But that's not true. I'm hearing you're far from weak. I feel like there were people around you that you definitely trusted, and then it became evidently clear that you couldn't, especially if these others were, I'm hearing, imparting their wisdom on you, um, about certain things or to make certain decisions. I'm hearing a lot to do with unsolicited advice. But I feel like you've taken things on board, but you've still chosen for yourself. Like you're not letting everything else or everyone else and their opinions, etc., um, get to the point whereby it's taking you off the path that you're on now. So you're trusting your judgment, and you do have very good judgment, but in the past it may have felt like you were questioning of your judgment, because I'm hearing there were many others around you that were doing certain things to cause that sense of confusion, or something to do with creating something that was there, that wasn't, that you felt that wasn't there, and then you hadn't had the proof of that. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I am. Okay, what else is going on here? What's the personalized messages? There's been a lot of like rebuilding going on here. Wow, focus on the bag. Yeah, you've been focusing on your business, your career, your finances, certain investments, right? I feel like you've done a lot of work emotionally and spiritually, but then there's a sense of like, well, I guess that I've done so much in that area of my life now, therefore I have to look at this particular area, and there could have been potentially an imbalance, where it's been a lot of like focus on one and not so much on the other, and not so much like neglecting the other, but I'm hearing that there hasn't been the sense of equilibrium between the two. I'm getting something to do with practicality and spirituality, on material and financial with the spiritual and the emotional. Okay, interesting. Rich AF. You're meant to be incredibly abundant. Okay, I'm hearing self-made. I'm getting millionaire status here. Someone that has multiple businesses. I'm getting something to do with a non-profit. I'm getting something to do with an organization or a charity. Yeah, you may have felt relatively discouraged because you had certain ideas of what it is that you've wanted to do, and you've tried to get other people's opinions on these, and then there was a sense that it was met with some sort of resistance, like limitations or restrictions were kind of put on you in regards to how they were thinking and feeling of what it was that you were telling them, and they didn't see the plan, like they couldn't understand your plan or your workings out, or they may have been like, it's not going to work, you haven't got this, that, and the third, like everything that they could potentially say to put you off track or to stop you or to keep you stagnant or to not get you to continue on with whatever this was that you had this sense of inspired action to take on because of others' beliefs. Okay, so I feel like you carried on, you had this vision, and you were like, look, if I can break this down into manageable bite-sized chunks, set small goals or short-term goals or something like this, and I'm disciplined and consistent with whatever this is, then it's eventually going to work out, even if others don't believe that it will and they couldn't see of your vision, and it will work out. I'm hearing that was also a test for you, with passing tests with flying colours. Would you still stay on the path? Would you still continue on forward, regardless of what was going on around? Okay. But you're meant to have victory and success, reward and recognition, and you're about to receive it all. Generational curse breaker. I did mention that earlier. Okay. And we have it's okay to be sad after making the right decision. So there is something pretty big, quite life altering coming up for you. And it may involve leaving people, places, and things behind that you may have at one point on your path, on your journey, thought that they would come with you or could be coming through to this next part with you, but you could be realizing that that's not the case. And look, last card, have trust and faith that miracles happen every day. We were talking about that in the beginning. What else is going on here, please and thank you? I'm hearing also it's important to not overwork, to rest if you feel called to. In the near future, yeah, there's a lot happening for you in the very, very near future. I'm hearing imminently, actually. No need to worry. It's all working out for you. It's guaranteed success, wishes being fulfilled, dreams being realized, new chapters beginning, and abundance, as I say that. Absolutely beautiful. With big happy changes and success. I mean, look, well, I said guaranteed success, and its success has come through again and again, multiple times. And then breaking up the tech again. Trust. Have trust and faith that miracles happen every day, and trust. And we were talking about that right from before, okay? And then within the next few months, wanted to come through as well as being highlighted. Anyway, guys, that's all the messages I'm picking up on for you today, but I hope that there was something in here for you that resonated. If you have enjoyed this reading and you wish to support myself and the channel, there are donation links available. There is a PayPal link in the description box below, and the other option is Super Thanks, which is listed underneath this video. So thank you so much to those of you who have already donated. I greatly appreciate you. Even if you don't financially donate, a wonderful way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys in those comments when I can. So thank you so much. Please hit the notification bell so you get an alert as to when I post another video for you and you don't miss out on future updates or content made available. And please feel free to check out your other zodiac sign readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, and North Node placements so you can gain further insight for your timeless tarot messages. But sending love and light your way, many blessings, please take care, and I'll see you and speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye, guys.